Give you something very controversial here. This idea of pre-negotiating. Assuming what the negotiation is going to be before it ever manifests itself and start negotiating to that in advance. How about I tell you that the customer's been giving you clues for years how to negotiate this negotiation, and you've been going, nah, 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 nah. You haven't been listening to it. What's the number one question people ask you when they find out you're in real estate? Guys, very controversial idea. Answer the stinking question. And not like most agents do. What do most agents say? It's great. And they move on. Or, second favorite, it's great. Is anybody you know thinking of buying or selling real estate anytime in the near future? Guys, you do know they think we are slightly better than used car salesmen. I mean, you can maybe fit a piece of paper in between the difference between used car salesmen and us and the public perception. If they thought you were like a used car salesman before you said that, after you say that, they know you're like a used car salesman. You have just lowered their estimation of you. So how do you answer the question well? Well, guys, when I'm going to teach you negotiation, this is the first negotiation tactic I'm going to teach you. I've said it before in a lot of classes. Bring a bazooka to a knife fight. Bring a bazooka to a knife fight. If they're going to fight with knives, why wouldn't I bring a tank? I mean, like, I'm not a fan of a fair fight. If I know they're going to ask me that question, I'm going to be so over-prepared to answer that question that it's not even going to be a thing. So how is the market, guys? How do you feel about it? Do you want to talk about the market right now?
It's got challenges and opportunities. It's got both.
Okay. But see, here's the thing, folks. Here's the assumption. The assumption is that they don't know as much about the market as I do. And that means that if I can speak about the market intelligently, they're going to find it interesting. If they find it interesting, it might do the heavy lifting for me to establish what I need with the customer. We'll talk about a market conversation a little bit later on, guys. But the ability to talk about what's going on in the market, I'll give you an example of that later on. The third thing that we don't know how to do very well is we don't know the product. Gee, okay, so us, the customer, and the product, basically everything involved in the transaction we don't get right. That's my thesis, guys. What do I mean? Inflation, good or bad for real estate? Now, for those of you that are here paying attention, how much silence did we just have? And a couple of muttered, gee, I hope he doesn't hear me kind of answers. What product do you sell, guys? Again, just refresh my memory. Real estate? And is inflation a force that's going on in the market today? And you want people to buy your product. And you can't confidently say whether or not the economic forces that are going on right now, whether they positively or adversely affect the product you're trying to get people to buy? Guys, is that acceptable? Now, I give you a pass. I give you a pass because nobody ever told me this stuff. I had to go figure this out for myself.